important announcements. We have, as we prepare for our hard launch, right, we have two gentlemen who are going to be sharing their testimony. And God has just blessed this church immensely, right? We don't know where this is going 70 years from now, 100 years from now, tomorrow we don't know, right? But these two gentlemen have just taken a step of faith to serve God's kingdom through this church. So I want to announce these two young men. Nick Yu, if you can come forward. He's got that beautiful gold chain. He's not a rapper. I've known Nick for a really long time. We've served together, and somehow just through an amazing set of what we think are coincidences, just the power of the Holy Spirit brought us together, and God has really convicted this young man. And he has answered his call to become our youth pastor. You would like to kind of share your story.
Yeah. Hi, church. Yeah, my name is Nick Yu. I'm 27 years old. I'm originally from Seattle, Washington. I'm the youngest of three, so I have two older sisters, loving mom, loving father. I moved here in 2017, and some of you know me for the longer, some of you have just recently met me. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to give a little background for myself and like how I walk with God. So I grew up in the church, family brought in, Sunday school, part of the youth ministry, and college, and then young adult as well. I would say, for myself, my whole life is just up and down. That's all of our lives, our walk with God. It's a roller coaster. We have good moments, and then we have our lows. I think one specific moment for myself that really defined or challenged me with my faith was during COVID time. I was originally in school to be a pilot. Good money, I get to travel the world, I had it all. But during COVID time, I lost my aunt to ovarian cancer, and then I lost my grandmother to cancer as well. And, it made me really think about, like, my purpose here. What is God's purpose for me, And so I made a decision to drop out of school. Just to really just work and walk with God. During that process as well, I was still going to church, but I was hurt by the church, and I was away. I was away for about like 5 years. I thought, I don't need church. I never said that my faith with God was gone, but I would say that it was just personal things that I needed to work out with. And then now fast forwarding to the first service here. My brother Jason, invited me. He's like, hey, you should come to church. Come to church. And I was like, all right. So I came, service, great. I was like, okay, nothing miraculously changed about it, I wasn't like, oh, I'm back to where I was. I was still very bitter. But then, it's funny how things work out. I had my wisdom teeth, one of them was coming in, and you didn't know, Pastor Thomas does the work for your teeth, so if you need your teeth, go to a shout out for him. But anyways, he's like, oh, I was telling him, I wasn't in the best financially. I don't really have health insurance, I don't have all these things. And I was like, oh, I can play drums for you, I'm being honest, another thing about myself, I'm very transparent about who I am. I don't like hiding, so what you see is what you get, I don't want to play games or anything. I really just want to show you, the church, who I am as a person. So did all that, and then you see me playing drums. Next thing you know, he's like, oh, I want you to lead up here. I want you to do this. And I was like, okay, okay. So I just kept saying yes and yes. And City of Hope, where we were doing our evangelism, and just seeing everyone just serving, that's what I do for my job. I'm a manager for a restaurant, I like to serve people, I like to give hospitality, show God's love, because I've been given it so much in my life. And after City of Hope, we got lunch, and this is all Left Park. Did not see this coming. After eating, Pastor Thomas and Pastor Rena was like, this week we need to have a meeting with you. And I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble. No one ever wants to hear that. But they really were open about it, and they wanted me to be a youth pastor. They saw something in me that I once really wanted to do, not just be a youth pastor, but serve the next generation. And to the parents out there for their kids and everything, my heart is to the next generation, because that is our future. That is our next, who are going to lead our army. And I took some time to think about it. I talked to some people about it, I'm just like, really, me? Like, I don't feel equipped. I don't feel like worthy to do this, especially when you think about like my own past and everything that I've gone through. But, Thomas said something, no one's ever ready. When you're called to serve, we need to answer the calling. And whether I'm terrified, I'm scared, but I trust in God's plan. I trust that He will provide. That is one thing that coming to Bridge of the Valley is that He will provide. Whether it's never our way of providing, but it's His way. And I am very excited and honored to be the youth pastor here. And I hope that as I continue to do this, whether I make the right moves, I make mistakes, that you guys continually just pray for me. Just keep, honestly, I need a lot of prayer, But I'm honored to do this, and I can't wait to get started and really lead the next generation. Yeah, thank you.